Hey, and welcome to TheLimeGreenGamer again. This is a hell of a treat, especially for a lot of the events that's gone on considering this game. MotorStorm Apocalypse. This is the full retail, no demo, not jailbroken either. This is the legit thing I managed to get through importing in Europe. Sony, in their infinite wisdom, decides to delay the game on a Wednesday with the UK release imminent on a Friday. Record as much stock as humanly possible, as well as record all the marketing. Strangely enough, still allowed the German and, well, not just German, basically the rest of Europe, bar the UK, to release on time. Due to the, strangely enough, it was a mixture of Wednesdays and Thursday release dates. However, these were also, on the slide, from what I can gather, also recalled to a considerable level. Basically, all stock was stopped, and any stock that hasn't been currently sold was also recalled. Luckily, managed to get mine on import at a, I'll admit, a extra charge, but still vastly cheaper than if I actually paid for the tax and the privilege. This is a requested video, but something I was going to do anyway. Basically, the MotorStorm customization features. A lot of people are not happy with the 13 vehicle classes and the 3 different basically frames, which I kind of dub them as a body type. The reason for classing them as a body type is because when you get into customization, as you'll see now, they really have no real considerable effect on the outcome. It's well, you'll see it now. It's almost like starting off with a template, and through that template then you basically evolve. As you can see though, with these pictures, which they don't actually load in, is a comic in the background. I have already customized these beauties with a overall theme of lime green and burning red, using a what I think is a candy / pearlescent paint into a beautiful orange. So yeah, probably a good one to show off would be this one. Right, as you can see, you got the Patriot P10-XR, the Atsuku Black Sun GT. Sadly, doesn't actually show you the image, and even worse, to unlock these you have to play online and get to a rank, which is pretty much impossible at this time due to the online servers have been taken down, despite them actually officially saying on Twitter and Facebook that the servers are going up and are working as originally perceived. This is in fact a blatant lie, which I'm not amused with. There's quite a lot of how can I put, mislabeled facts circulating this game at the moment. But yeah, we got the Monarch GT101 as well, and back to the standard. So letting this load, I mean, talking about the missed fact, I noticed there is quite a lot of review copies of this game that still went out. Now, understanding I'm a new channel, even though I have considerably try pushing it despite all the events that currently happen, such as moving house and basically financial issues. Sadly, through my headphones I can actually hear that hum. I'm gonna have to fix out a PS3, which is kind of annoying why it does that. PS3 has this issue of over pushing the audio through normal I think the term is auxiliary sound. But yeah, that is my customized ride. What a beaut. But yeah, the review copies were sent out despite all the retail copies being recalled, and there is quite a lot of unboxing videos which have driven me insane. I am a heavy collector edition buyer, and I really do enjoy games. I always have since I had my first console, and I probably forever will, as I trained and graduated in computer games design. And some of these videos make me want to cry because the lack of enthusiasm, not to mention just the way they handle the product. They treat it like it's something that no one else really cares about. They're just not aware of you know, the privilege to get a review copy. But hopefully with this channel kicking off, I can get a hold of you, get these earlier to you, more professionally edited when I'm more settled, and hopefully get a new microphone, which yeah, well, has to happen at some point. So here we go. Enough rambling, just kind of trying to fill you in at the moment. But yeah, subscribe, you can help me tremendously with that. So here we are with the parts. Basically you got parts, livery, or livery, whatever way you'd like to pronounce it, stickers, personalization, randomize, vehicle packages, which is quite an interesting one. Reset to default as you see me use, save or quit, obvious, and quit. Kind of pointless when you got this option, but obviously yeah, an extra option ain't gonna kill anyone. So, oh yeah, and take photo, which is something I have used extensively. If you check out the Facebook link at the bottom of this video in the comment section, you will find a link to my Facebook. Please subscribe to that as well. And in my album section I will have photos I've taken from single player, and the resolution is incredible, but yeah, we'll get to that. So with parts, click on that, and pretty much bang, you have all your options. Again, these are heavily restricted due to lack of online play. I think you start with the default unlock of 2, doesn't really give much choice, but well, I tell a lie, I managed to get online yesterday. I'm pretty sure I was with a few privileged reviewers. I have to say their driving was the most aggressive form of driving I have ever witnessed in a racing game. Very nasty and very cheap on the moves. But yeah, moving on. As you can see, quite a vast difference in wheels. You'll have the outlines here, but sadly none of the actual texture. Front bumper is where it starts getting interesting. Again, there's quite a lot locked out. That's the one I usually like. Headlights as well, as you can see, with a full detail and depth. I mean, this is only on 720p, but in 1080p it really does maximize that resolution's output. It's not one of these games that gets upscaled. It really does render in real time to that resolution, and it is mind-blowing. I mean, it kind of puts Gran Turismo 5 to shame as well with their sticker lights. I mean, they're the ones I'm hoping to unlock. They look quite menacing. Can't really see them though. You got the option of top lights. Now these might not see much, but on a lot of night missions I have noticed they've actually incredibly beneficial advancement, because they do actually switch on in dark environments, tunnels, and of course extra light makes it a lot easier to see. I had a minimalized bike with one light. I took the others off and I went into a tunnel and could not see, which actually reminds me, I mean, I'll probably have that on just for the lols. So these are your bonnets. Windows again just give you that extra bit of choice. And no racing game is complete without some extra spoilers. But yeah, I mean, I have to say the detail is incredible within this game. So much going on, a lot of people moaning, oh no, there's no mud on the wheel. It's kind of to the point, screw the wheels. There is an entire city in real time reacting with real-time physics while you're racing, full on pedestrian, army, AI, everything's interactive, everything changes on the fly. you don't have enough time to even look at your car half the time. You kind of got to look half a mile down the street trying to figure out what's about to happen. Everything from you know, earthquakes, fire, sometimes even explosions from gas pipes. You really have to keep very on the ball just to stay on the road. I mean, it's not even a game that, you know, if you can keep the car straight, congratulations, but it ain't gonna last more than 3 seconds. But yeah, that's the parts section. Now this is the beautiful part. There we go, there's some of the candy paints. As you can see, different shades of colour. I love this stuff. If I ever had a car, I would have to go for this. Change your paint finishes as well. Oops, should have actually clicked. Where? There we go. I mean, standard, bog standard, matte, less spectral lighting, metallic, more spectral lighting, candy, beautiful. I mean, that is usually the colour I go for, but as you can see, it's just pretty much almost the same green. Gotta have a bit of variance. But yeah, I'm going to leave that on a completely random colour because we'll get to the packages soon. Now, final designs, as you can see, quick templates, but the effects are quite considerable. I mean, again, the interesting thing with the paint on this, yeah, you can select your colour, but it's a standard paint. There's no choice this time of candy and such. Kind of disappointing with that. I can't understand that kind of thought. I mean, if you've done it for the car, then why not for the detail? But hey. So yeah, I mean, can have some quite interesting effects. Ridiculously quick. Bang, few colours, few tweaks, custom looking car, not to mention the shape, but of course got to actually play to unlock them. I mean, I also haven't mentioned that there is a lot of pre-order content. Yeah, good luck to that, because if you pre-ordered the game on picking it up, you could have had exclusive vinyls, unlocks, wallpaper, which could be transferred to all cars as well. Now that is a very interesting question. Codes are being pulled back, the game's being pulled back. A lot of the pre-orders have even been outright cancelled because shops not wanting to fulfill the order. Well, that's interesting. Didn't realise you could blend 2 colours there. My bad. But yeah, you kind of learn from mixing. But yeah, I mean, what's going to happen to the pre-order stuff now? I mean, are they going to give it to everyone now as a sorry, or a thank you for still being, you know, a priority customer? It's too many questions in the air. Let's randomize this a bit. Oh, you can flip the orientation. Always interesting. Gives you that extra layer. Surprised the randomization. Ah, there we go. You actually have to highlight the section. Oh, that is quite interesting. I mean, there we go. Just smack a button a few times, get some nice looks. Ooh, that's bright. I guess it's a good thing that I've got the brightness turned down. I mean, a 2 million contrast monitor with full-on brightness at 1 AM in the morning is not going to do your eyes any good. There we go. Quick, easy and dirty. So here we go to the stickers now. As you can see, this is something I love about this game. You'll notice it also comes into effect when you're taking photos. It is really good at clarifying what you're actually currently doing. So as you can see, it's basically just giving me a full-on, yeah, this is where the sticker's basically going to go. See, these are all different ones. I've actually unlocked a few from that online game I got. Not many though. I mean, that's some beautiful stickers further down. I don't know what that is, and it looks freaky. Seems to be holding an axe as well. Really don't know what that is. Fair enough. Now tribal is something I use quite a lot, but not always. It's part of my initial design if you saw when I came in, but it's actually on the front. Now you're probably wondering how I got it there. Well, this is your stickers. These are in specific points, again shown by the highlight. Quite a huge selection. I really don't want to go through all these because otherwise I'll be here for ages. But you can filter them out. You have your basically all, too many, your player icons. There you go, popped up on the right what rank you gotta be. As you can see, it just keeps on going rank wise. Way above the 50. We've got about 60, 70. Okay, so I guess 80 is the max rank, which is quite excessive. No, I wouldn't mind that one. Level 77, fair enough. Standard stickers, just a mixture of, you know, more stickers, a lot of advertisement based. Obviously, if you want to look at something yourselves, you can just pause it and kind of just go from quickly. Your specific manufacturers, very minimal. Now here is something that's interesting is downloaded. I mean, are these going to be offered in DLC? Are they going to be offered through again the pre-orders, which technically do not exist anymore? Or will there even be some kind of website integration where we can upload to a website, share them with people and download them to our consoles? Again, could we just pull them straight off the consoles themselves? It's quite a lot of questions. Again, something that's not implemented despite it being a retail release. This is another beautiful feature. As you can see, I haven't done anything, but it kind of pans around, give you a really good feel for your car. And there's that dreaded sticker, or something I'm pretty sure is going to be removed. The Jap speed, originally when you're playing through single player, actually is onto the first vehicle you see actually during a tsunami race, which is a double ouch on behalf of the developers. Again, something they really couldn't foresee, and it's really uncanny again how much detail is in this game and how much is spot on to the actual events that occurred. So yeah, backing out of that, again slot 2, same stuff, different position. 5 slots, can sadly manually place them, or you could just do what I do, bang 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 bang, and they're removed. Put that back on though. I'm confused why that's not on the bumper. I really don't understand that, but fair enough. Personalization, very interesting again. I cannot stand for the life of me having numbers on anything, not even my shirts or t-shirts, bikes, anything. I think it's quite abysmal. But yeah, obviously for you heavy racers, all your different backgrounds, change your font again. Ooh, that's actually quite nice. Kind of like the cartoony stuff. I mean, I could do quite interesting things with that. But yeah, the different numbers separately. Guess that allows you to quickly select the number rather than cycling through, you know, 0 to 100. Or you bang off, sorted. Kind of what I enjoy. Now these are the features. When I first saw them, my jaw almost dropped off. Straight up, gonna remove everything. Now that is what you typically get in a racing game. Bang up, straight, beautiful outer package racer. But we're gonna weather it a bit. Bang, there we go. Decals are taking a shredding. Obviously the underpaint still there. fair enough. You got your grunge then. Probably kind of hard to see. Well, it shouldn't actually, because of the being a high cloth. You can see all the dirt's kicked in. And then scratches. The actual severity of the damage to the main underlaying paint. It's the amount of customization. I mean, you could build a beautiful car and just slightly weather in, again giving you that real veteran feel that, you know, this isn't my first time, I've been here before. There we go, just hit randomization, give you a feel of all the different ways you can go. I mean, for example, that one looks more like something's gone straight over the bonnet and over the car. Probably a poor biker knowing this game. Straight up randomizer then. Obviously select what you want to randomize. I mean, again, it's a really nice feature that you could be specific. But yeah, sadly I don't have that many unlocks, but as you can see, it does make your car stand out. You don't need a million different body types. You got 3 body types, a massive amount of interchangeable car parts or vehicle parts. They change as well depending on the body type. You got your paint, you got your decals, you got the layers, you got your weathering. It's just going to be incredible. If I actually see 2 cars the same, it's going to be because they're just the default car, that's it. I mean, look at this, I'm just hitting randomize and the difference is, you know, if you're racing someone and you have a rival, you just gotta look at their vehicle and you know who they are. Don't need your name plastered all over it. Now this is the one I love. Vehicle. Now you can see I've already got one here and you're thinking, what's this? Well, as you can see with the vehicle package, you've built something, you want to keep it. For example, choose this. Massive amount of slots. Right, blank slot, save, bang. There we go. Doesn't look like it's done much, but for example, I mean, this is, well, obviously, there you go, you see my nickname, feel free to add me again. It says best fit, a Wombat Typhoon. Now, that is a bike. I'll show you the bike in a sec, because there's going to be a vast difference to a car. And we've got the car. Now, it says best fit because obviously you customize it and you tailor it for that vehicle type. But doesn't stop you loading it. I mean, you got save to overwrite, load and delete. Bang. Are you sure? Douche. There we go. All my work's back. Instantly sorted. I can transfer that to any car with ease. Don't have to constantly customize continuously, which is something that does my head in with a lot of other racing games. You, for example, you could get the perfect car, the perfect look, go up into a new vehicle class, oh dear, you got to do it all over again. And I do not want to save because I butchered my beauty. Now, loading surfing sadly cannot be avoided, but I believe MotorStorm does do a ridiculously good job with it. So yeah, we've got 3 bikes. We've got the dirt quad, quite basic, the super bike and the chopper. Super bike is probably going to be the best. Hello, I've lost the Typhoon. I honestly can't remember what the Typhoon is now. I fail. Ah, it's the buggy. My favorite vehicle class from MotorStorm Pacific Rift. Sadly, in this kind of terrain, it is nasty. It's got a lot of suspension, and obviously with a lot of earthquakes going on and suspension, it's quite a bouncy ride. something I've noticed online is a lot of people favor heavy vehicles. It gets you out of that rebound kind of phase. You lock down and you just keep on going. But yeah, obviously I skipped the take photo, but that's my bad. I will cover in this now. They're going to quickly go through the parts, livery, stickers and personalization, the same throughout every class, only the parts obviously change. So yeah, this is my bike. As you can see, quite funky looking. Also a disadvantage, I learned last night, when you pee someone off in a monster truck by driving over them after a jump, they will come back and they know who to look for. It's a bit bright and it kinda it's how I roll. Lime green, beautiful red. Yeah, I'm friendly, but don't touch me. So yeah, I mean, here we go. Bang, vehicle class, package, yeah, done. Whoosh, there we go. Stickers, livery, paint job, weathering, all that except the actual parts themselves transferred over, no issue, no fuss, no hassle. It's a beautiful feature. The amount of time it's going to save, especially when you're constantly unlocking new parts, going to be incredible. So yeah, that's kind of hard to see because I've got massive brake pads on. Actually, nope, the brakes are going to be naturally big. But yeah, all standard size, just the actual detail change. Brake pads as well, something that's going to be quite hard to see by other people, but they gave you that option. I mean, the brake calipers, I mean, what is the chance of someone seeing that unless you basically crashing full on into their window screen? But mudguards, all the box standard stuff, but it kind of gives you that extra level of customization. I mean, that's what it was originally, absolutely horrid. Kind of glad I got online to unlock that. Still not the best though. I mean, fuel tanks, quite interesting. Again, as you can see, they actually affect the stickers themselves, the way they overlay and adapt. So again, different parts, different shapes, basically different designs. I mean, for example, they if you look towards the seat area, you can actually see the stickers going between the joint, compared to this one where they're basically overlays. Basic frame, again, I haven't unlocked much. Engine, slight modifications, nothing major. Engine guard, again, what is the chances of someone else seeing that? I know that's the one I want, a full underlay body. Stretch out that customization and paintwork a bit. I mean, this is something, as you can see, makes quite a dramatic difference, is the swing arm. Like mudguard, no mudguard, lower frame, and I'm not sure physics wise if these actually affect the handling. It would be interesting if they did, but I doubt it in some kind of level. But again, this is something that hasn't been clarified. The game's almost been put on the, how can I put it, a redevelopment cycle, because there's a lot of hush now. Everything they were saying is now no comment, and it's quite hard just to get the facts. But yeah, it's kind of hard to actually get behind there as well, to actually get a good angle. But yeah, I mean, we have a 2-piston, single large piston, a dual large, single high, and yeah, but yeah, let's go into the photo. As you can see, simple panning, shoulder pad, R1, Fisher lens effects. I'm going to use quite a lot because there is so much going on. That hum on this PS3 is getting borderline ridiculous. I really don't understand why it's doing that, and I'm really not amused. Sony really need to integrate some kind of hardware level volume regulator rather than a software based volume regulator, because otherwise it's still outputting that basically what is meant to be the void frequency, which is creating the hiss and hums. But yeah, you could just simply take a photo, kind of zoom in a bit, but if you press the square button, get new layer options. Now this is something that amazes me. You could have a really bog standard one, or you can bump it beyond HD. Now this isn't a simple upscale. It literally, when it will go into a full render frame mode, which I'll show you, adds detail and makes it beautiful. There are no jaggies. Is unbelievable. Again, you have to check out my Facebook if you want to actually see the level. I mean, Facebook will actually have the standard resolution, but if you actually click on the image itself and then the download option and view it on your computer, feel free to zoom in because the detail is incredible. The hum is, don't know why it's doing that. It's going up and down like crazy. Right, so yeah, brightness, as you can see, doesn't really do much. Now you have to click preview. Goes into preview mode. There we go. You see it turn brightness down. Sadly there's no reset option with these settings, but yeah. Focus distance. Now, even though I'm a 3D modeler and I use depth of field, I have never really been one for this, but basically this is ground zero for the depth of field. This is basically the focus point. This is the absolute point that you want. For example, in a real world environment, your eyes are focusing on. You know, even if you put your fingers in front of your face now, look at your fingers, you notice everything around it is blurred. Now that is the focus distance that you would want to set this for when you're taking a photo. Again, beautifully and directly indicated, purple line. You know, this is where you're aiming. You can't get any simpler than that. Depth of field is the actual blur amount. Now, as you can see, turn it down, direct straight line, turn it up, mask purple. Now what is this? Well, turn that down a bit, click preview. As you can see, everything is basically in focus. This is a infinite focus point, kind of what you have on your cameras, where you can set the lens while taking a photo to a infinite distance. You don't need to set it or focus automatically into that point. Now if I turned it down, there we go. You can see the bike is focused, beautifully blurring off, and the background is chaotic. Now I'm actually going to take the main photo like this now, and again I'll add this one specifically to Facebook as well, so you can have a comparison. Notice the background, how jaggy it is. Ignore that. What I will do now is bump it. You don't have to bother hiding the overlay, it does that automatically. Take photo. Takes roughly about 10 to 20 seconds. But I will admit the first one's usually a bit slower, but if you are starting to take a lot of photos, it does really pick up very nicely in terms of speed wise. I'm guessing it's a lot of pre-catching again. But yeah, what can I say? I mean, again, any questions, put them down at the bottom. This is a bit of a Russian smush, I guess. I don't pre-script. I don't have time to even pre-edit at the moment. This hum though is very excessive. I will try rectifying that before I do the day videos, because I did have the issue originally with day one. I did originally when I first got the game, of massive desynchronization. But yeah, one of the key things now is obviously audio customization. Nope, I do not want to mutilate my vehicle. Back off into some really good music. I am very impressed. It got some dubstep in there. I love dubstep. It's one of those music genres that basically does the screaming for me, because in fact this is some now. Bit of a dirty dubstep, as I think the term is. But yeah, while we're on here, I'll work my way down. As you can see, my progress quite far in. I basically backed off because I'm basically going through now, trying to fix up a lot of mistakes I was doing. Multiplayer progress 0%. Go figure. Trophies earned. Quite a lot of single player base. You'll get them naturally. You really don't have to push. There are the collectible cards. The collectible cards in themselves quite out of place. I will be doing a guide to those, because I really do give kudos to anyone who can actually come first place and collect all the cards in a race. Some of them are just naturally way off the track in a place where the only way you're going to get there is by dying. So yeah, here's the / Call of Duty perk system. Go through these manually. Again, unlocked through online, not possible at the moment. I'm not really going to explain these much. They have the explanations on the side. Again, some of them requiring quite an excessive rank though to actually gain benefit of. With the people I played, they were up in the 10s and 20s and 30s, obviously review copies. They were owning me in ways I can't even describe because of the natural benefits. But yeah, here we go. This is actually another requested section. I was going to do a separate video. Hell, do it in one go, one big whack. This is the driver section. Someone asked me how you select a driver. Well, this is it. Again, I got one. It's the first slot. Stupidly, I don't understand why they're in rank order. But yeah, can't really get a 3D view. Very interesting. A lot of single player characters are naturally unlocked from playing single player. A lot of hidden characters which you can't even see. And yeah, you just obviously highlighting, click. I really can't say much beyond that because I can't go online to show you the difference. Apologies for that. Player icons again, mass unlocks as shown in the customization. Basically what these do, as you can see up in the top middle right, change the icon, and when you're in the lobby it's next to you. Again, nothing really to explain, you've all witnessed it before. Actually, I'll skip over and look at these. Rewardable feature system, again online base, very hard to show. Online, hard to show. Collectible cards is something I've been going online through. These are what I was on about. These are dotted everywhere and anywhere. They're not even necessarily on the track itself. Just give you interesting, flip them over, get a beautiful explanation. For example, original MotorStorm concept, the original placement, Pacific Rift, even Arctic Edge, PSP, and Apocalypse, which I'll leave on a bit longer so you can actually get a overall idea of what's going on. And I can say with confidence, when they say Death of the City, they are not joking with some of these races that happen. Half of the time they're just basically a survival race. As in, you really don't care about anyone else, you just want to survive. There are all these different levels again, explanations from all the different games. Again, something very uncanny. They basically integrated a historical archive of MotorStorm, and this could very well be, even if not released, the end of MotorStorm. Motion comics, single player, you will see these when I record the days. Best not go any further because of spoilers. Again, achievement tracking, something I am again very glad someone's actually done on the PS3. 360's had this in quite a lot of games, but very, very rarely on the PS3. It's very nice, you know exactly what you're missing. So yeah, interestingly, I can show you a photo too. Again, you really have to download these to Facebook, from Facebook, sorry, or even tag them on Facebook. You'd be doing me a favor because they'll link back to me. Just the detail is incredible. I mean, this was my first one I ever took. As you can see, when you're actually doing it single player, there are actually a few more options like motion blur, a system known as a static cam. Basically, is the camera moving with you, or is the camera static to the environment? Now this creates a lot of interesting effects. Keep this one in mind. As you can see, this was a static one, a lot happening in the environment, but the driver has the motion blur. Compared to this, straight up, this is depth of field with a slight motion blur on the environment. You can see the fan is very crisp. Again, this is my beauty. Yeah, this is going to be a good one to show. This basically incorporates a lot of it, and I did take my time. I kind of wish I had this recorded. Your first real race as the rookie. As you can see, that good herb is the starting line. We haven't even got off the starting line. We've got a Humvee mutilating a buggy. We've got an ATV, a bike, and a buggy just being obliterated, while another buggy seems to be just driving into the chaos. Two jets taking out the bridge, tankers blowing down. I've got a buggy next to me exploding because I am the red car, and I'm just basically sat there wondering what the hell has just happened. But whoops, yeah, going back to it, I mean, as you can see, depth of field, focus quite far to in the distance, because I wanted the starting line / finishing line, the main focus point, to show that we haven't even got here yet. Motion blur on, obviously there are a lot of moving stuff, tanker, explosions, wheels, the poor girl in the middle and the guy going over my bonnet. Depth of field then, focus on the point, slight blur on my car, static camera so my car is not actually affected by the motion blur. Just adds such a new world. But yeah, as you can see, this is what we took. A lot of the roughness has been taken away. You still got that kind of hedge pattern in the background. That is because the blur is overlapping itself, but what it does is massively, on a whole new scale, raise what you're focusing on through the screen. Again, this is only 720p, and the resolution we took is beyond, if not is it 2? No, it's about 3 to 4 times the resolution of actually no, that's a lie. 1080p, double the resolution of 1080p. So yeah, look for that on Facebook. But what you have to do in the game, click export. What this is doing is exporting it to my hard drive. No more hassle, bang, done. View it how you want, where you want. And yeah, that is it for the customization. I obviously haven't covered any of the other system. I mean, bog standard options, voice chat, online terms and conditions, which I'm pretty sure nobody wants to look at. Screen size, something very interesting. Obviously aspect ratio, I have a full 100% 1080p monitor, sorted, no hassle. Oh yeah, this is something I love to bits. You have your HUD full on, overlaying the screen, turn it off completely, or like I did, 50-50, you can still see under it, you can still see it, don't have to worry about screen loss, and it's still there when you need it. Subtitles, blah, explanatory. A lot of I know standard options in a way, but a massive benefit for integrating them separately like this. As you can see, I'm normal. I don't play games upside down. I find inverted very unnerving. Again, they separated the options. Want to use motion sensing? Fair enough. Go to steering controls, motion sensor, bang, use in 6-axis. Again, something that's rarely used despite the hype originally. Stick, obviously. Directional buttons. If you want, the amount of options are incredible. I use a classic because I like the RAM. Not aggressive driver, but using the RAM for any experienced MotorStorm player gets you out of a lot of nasty corners, which are pretty much infinite in this game because there's so much going on. Sometimes you could just ram just an inch away from what you would normally crash in. But yeah, aggressive puts the attack onto the analog stick. I don't understand that, but it gives you the look right and left. Vintage, standard, this is what it started off as. Sticks, your more again GT5 kind of approach, or games even before that, using the analog stick to control the acceleration and such. Really not needing a MotorStorm. This is their new theme, which they have as default. Obviously, wasn't a fan with it at all. Back to classic. Really need that. There will be more videos. Recreation is basically your online system, customization, special events which you unlock from becoming first place in the single player campaign. I haven't tried one, don't want to try one, because I want to capture the moment basically with live commentary. You have your time attack, bog standard. Online system up is not up again. Means time board's not up, integration's not up, getting a high race point. What is the point? Because nobody's going to see it, nobody's going to care, and you're probably just going to have to redo it all. I wouldn't expect a complete server reset if they do actually somehow release this game. In fact, I won't even be surprised if the versions out at the moment don't even work because of the dramatic changes that will probably be made on the quiet for the initial re-release. And yeah, I mean it's highlighted. Whoops. This is AI mode. Haven't tried it. Really want to. Again, I will do a proper recording. Multiplayer. Boom. Blacked out. But as you can see, you can have a split screen. People join. No hassle. Something rarely used. Players met. These are all the people I've met. These were all on one night. Blue Rat, Mix 1 were the two incredibly good racers. I didn't even see them, to be honest. They just won everything. Very good for the bets though. I got that trophy and I do thank them for it. And all the rest, it was just chaos. There was a lot of server lag, which I kind of guess added to the aggression, because it got to the point, why turn a corner when you could go through it. It highlights, but yeah, I mean that's all we've got. All these options in the game. Obviously execution, duel, one-on-one. I think there's a checkpoint one as well, which has been a single player. And we've got racing, which I'm not even going to click on because it will crash my PS3. So yeah, back out, grab the picture. Again, feel free to ask any questions. I understand these videos are rough, but people seem to be appreciating them because they know, one, I'm being honest, two, there's no smoke and mirrors. It's straight up facts, it's straight up information. If I am going to be skeptical, I am very obvious with it. My PS3 just switched off. Whoop. Again, this is some of the interesting problems with MotorStorm. If you go into the online mode and come out, it will crash the PS3, as I mentioned. But yeah, I mean, I really hope you're enjoying these videos, because I am really hoping that when I'm set up I will be pushing these, hopefully a video at least well, at least 3 to 4 videos a week. I don't have much time to myself, but I do have a lot of projects I am doing. Again, I will be integrating these into the channel, because what better feedback of a gaming project than from the gamers themselves. Isn't something that's going to be playable, but hopefully something that will blow people's minds and will get me at least a few contacts in the industry, because again, mentioning with the review copies, I really wasn't amused with the lack of enthusiasm. It's not the first time I've witnessed it, and it just really hurts me inside. But yeah, thanks very much for watching this video. I probably rambled. If I ramble too much, again, put it in the comments. I like to talk, I like to give information. People asked, requested, done it, sorted. Any more questions, any more requests, go ahead. Just obviously take into mind, can't do multiplayer, can't show unlocks, can't show leaderboards. I'll show the special events in a separate video. I'm going to show the single player broken down to days, because it's day 1, day 2 over 3 different characters, rookie, veteran, or rookie, veteran and pro, obviously not in that order. It's kind of hard with the order, because your veteran being the hardest mode, pro basically being what MotorStorm normally is, rookie being the kind of basically is a stowaway, it's his first time racing, so it's kind of like your introduction to the events. But there's so much going on. Even the rookie races in the later stages are just insane. But you also find out, for example, when you play the pro and especially the veteran, there's a lot of overlaps in, so you get to see the events from other races in different perspectives. The race you're in is different times as well. For example, the quite criticized now tsunami level, you basically see the before, the build up, the during and the after. You see all stages of it, and plus online these can be randomized, so even when you're racing on the course, you really don't know what's going to happen, because there's so many variables, right down to the weather itself. I mean, the rain effects are mesmerizing. But yeah, thanks very much, and again, I will get these videos up. Hopefully this humming hasn't driven anyone to murder or insanity, and thanks very much.